man known as Pink Bambi and introducing Micah Johnson for today's interview.
Micah Johnson, creator of AKU.
So thank you so much, Micah, for being here today with your generous time. There are lots of things that you have achieved in your journey as a baseball player, as an artist, but I want to challenge you to just introduce yourself in 5 words, independent words, to people today.
I'm Micah Johnson. I work my ass off, no matter what it is, and creator of AKU, artist, CEO of White Media Company. Just trying to do dope things.
Awesome. Thank you. My next question is about build your words around dreams, not dreams around words. Something that is on your Twitter description. Tell us more.
For me, you look at my life. I played Major League Baseball, and now I'm, went to an artist, and now I'm, a founder and CEO of a really successful, company and media company at this point. And so, what I'm doing is just kind of my own path. I don't have any expertise or past experience in any of those things, but I just kind of, fell in love with each one of these facets, and I, figured it out. I think anybody can. We have access to all this technology, all the internet, YouTube. There's no excuse for not learning.
Yeah, your handle is also #AKUDream. So is it fair to say Micah Johnson is a dreamer?
Oh, of course.
Love it. So let's talk more about the journey of Micah from a baseball player to Micah an NFT artist. Is this something you imagined before, dreamt before, and then achieved that, or was it something smooth that while uncovering your path you got there?
No, it wasn't smooth. It wasn't smooth. I was in painting my garage, carrying paintings to local bars in North Carolina, and nobody was buying them, and so it wasn't smooth. But I learned a lot when I was before NFTs, and was able to practice my skill. And I think that's important. Is whenever you can't just hop into something and be good at it. You got to practice your skill and take the lumps, and it's not an overnight thing. It takes years and years of work and dedication.
So much respect for that. So, can an astronaut be black? Tell us about this story.
Yeah, my nephew asked if astronauts could be black, and I just started painting him as an astronaut. And there wasn't sound, I'm just showing him, on FaceTime. And he got really excited. And it's just one of those things where, in areas of STEAM in particular, you just don't see a lot of black people. And it's not, it also they're not as prevalent as, athletes might be on commercials and, and the whole mix. So what we're trying to do is really, utilize AKU as a representative across, some of those areas in STEAM.
Yeah, so I saw that you also have some work with some ventures, etc. So I know that there is a lot that we talk about environmental and societal governance factors for investment. Do you think this could also be a good path for AKU, as in bringing diversity to the space, but also a good way to allow for investment doors, etc. for your project?
For sure. I think, as a black creator and a black CEO, you're always counted against. The chips are always stacked, or as any marginalized group, the chips are always stacked against you. So what we're trying to do is build our own thing. If they're not going to let us in, we're going to keep innovating, because that's what we're doing anyways. People are, following what we do now. So, we're going to innovate. We're going to keep on leading the charge and doing things what we do best, and that's being leaders and building it how we want to build it, and bringing on the people we want to win with. And you look at some of our partners. Paper Planes, Spring Hill Company. So you're looking at LeBron and Jay-Z and BBC and Ice Cream and Pharrell. We see what we're really doing is building out a really ecosystem of people that we're going to build out, the metaverse how we want to build it out.
Exactly. Have your own touch. And yeah. So what are your dreams in the short term for AKU, and in the long term as well? Could be technical, could be aspirational, but what are Micah's dreams?
Short-term goals is to keep scaling out virtual environments to let people engage and have fun and show off their NFTs in ways that no one has been able to do yet. So we're going to come out with those really soon. Seeing the things that our community creates. In the long term, it's the getting Aku to those kids across the world who don't even know what an NFT is and don't care, but want to watch Aku, want to be Aku, and that's what I'm excited about, and that future's coming really soon. It's going to be the next year.
That's awesome. So, what do you believe is next for the metaverse and even the near future, 5 years from now?
I think the metaverse that's exactly right, 5 years from now. I think it's still early. I think that you need to be able to build it. I just think that, it takes time to build something really, revolutionary. I think the technology is still very new. It's not mass adoption yet. There's no reason for the guy across the street to buy an NFT right now, so he doesn't have that reason that compelled. One thing I was really excited about with Aku is that people resonated with the story, they understood it. And then the way we innovate and expand out the ecosystem, people understand it. My uncles are buying him, people who you wouldn't expect are buying Aku because they understand story and IP.
Absolutely. Your story, Aku's story, is a beautiful story. And there are so many people who can relate to it. And honestly, I never have thought about it, even though I am a person of color as well, but about that specifically, about the astronaut. And I think it's a beautiful project. And congrats and all of that. That takes us to the end of the interview. There is one more question. There is no wrong or right about this question. And the question is, why did Vitalik's, the unicorn, eat all the cotton candy?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Man, shoot, I don't know.
That's fair.
That's
That
fair.
counts.
Why did Vitalik's unicorn eat all the cotton candy?
Yes.
Man, I don't even know.
That's all. It's a sign. No, actually, that's okay. That's part of a side timeline story that we're doing.
I can't even guess.
That's a question we ask everybody, and there's no right
I
answer.
also couldn't go. Well, that was fun.
You guys did an amazing job.
Thank you.
Best of luck, man.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you
You guys
so
are doing
much.
amazing.
Appreciate you, man. Let's go. Big things coming from Aku.
Well,
Y'all
thank
already
you so
know.
much for your time.
Big thing coming from you guys.
Hey, much love, man. Hey, I really appreciate it. Let's stay in touch.
Yeah.